So, hi guys, I'm so sorry. I've been live since 7 p.m. rather, and people are saying they're waiting for me. So let's try this again. Let me invite our special guest for today. Finally. Oh my gosh, thank you, Maxine. Somebody said we're waiting for you, and I'm glad I got that message. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so I think I'll just start right now while we're trying to get Nana to join, and see her beautiful face and all that. But as we all know, my name is Shomodeyemi, and I work with A Today International Group, short for Go A Today. What do? We assist those who would like to study abroad. The process is sometimes very difficult for some people, so they need help. So that's why we are here, and we're here to help. We're here to make the process a lot, less difficult, so to speak, because we're talking, finding you the right university, finding you the right country, finding you, where you would fit in nicely. So we work with several companies, and one of them is joining us. We're just trying to get her. Finally,
My
Mama,
goodness.
na.
Oh,
Thank you for joining.
thank
It's
you
not,
for having
it's
me.
not, it's not us. It's Instagram. I promise. It's not me.
We thank God we are here. We are here.
Thank you for joining. So I'll just reverse back a little.
Sure, sure.
It was just a brief introduction, which is my name. My name is Shomodeyemi. I work with A Today International Group. We help students who want to study abroad, and we make the process a lot easier for them, right? So we work with several universities in different countries, and one of them is Germany, right?
Yeah.
And that's why we have our beautiful Nana here with us. She works with IU, University of Applied Sciences in Germany. But before I start with her, I'm going to do just a little bit of intro about
Sure,
Germany,
sure.
right? And then I'll hand it over to her to continue, because I'm sure she will know Germany more than I do. I've been there just once, so yeah. So from my research, I see that Germany is a country that is in the heart of Western Europe, right? It shares borders with many other European countries, such as Denmark, Poland, Czech Republic, Austria, Switzerland, France, Luxembourg, Belgium, the Netherlands, quite a lot of that. So it's a beautiful country. I went to Berlin and I found it really interesting, with the scooters. You see men in suits going to work and they're on scooters, not like driving up and down and all of that. So yeah, studying in Germany is an attractive option for international students due to the country's high quality education system, and they have some English taught programs, and they are relatively low tuition fee. That is if you're going for a government government-owned university, which you would need to learn German for that. But if we're working with private, such as, IU, you might have to pay a bit more, but I'm going to hand it over to her now. Please introduce yourself. Use all your, levels, everything. Just introduce
Hey.
yourself. Yeah. Who is
Okay.
Nana?
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. Give me 1 second. Sorry, you have to excuse me. I have a bit of a cold, but we will move.
Hmm. Relax.
So, yeah. Hi, everyone. My name is Nana Ajwa. I am Ghanaian. I am the Senior Business Development Manager for International University of Applied Sciences, popularly known as IU, which is a private German university. I'm actually based in Ghana, but then I work with partners such as Go Etudier all over Africa, sub-Saharan Africa, to recruit international students to study in Germany. Yes, so that's just a little bit about myself.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. So let's just jump right in because we
Sure.
took a bit of time to start. So tell us about IU.
Okay.
Just before we go deeper into the questions.
No problem.
All
Okay, you
right.
see me looking a
Mm-hmm.
bit because I have like 3 screens in front of me right now. But yes, you know how technology goes these days. But yeah, so I'll be happy to tell you about IU. So IU is a private German university that has over 2 decades of experience. So the university has existed for quite some time now. We currently have 2 campuses. There's a campus in Berlin, which obviously is the capital of Germany, and then we have another campus in Bad Honnef, which I wouldn't be surprised if most people haven't heard of before.
Yes.
But Bad Honnef is a town. Yes, it's not far from Cologne, which I'm sure is more popular. But
Yes.
yes, we have a campus in Bad Honnef as well. We currently run a very unique portfolio because we have fully online programs, we have fully on-campus programs, and then we have a hybrid option where students can study parts of their degree online and then move to campus to complete their studies. We are popular for programs in business and IT. That's our Can you hear me? Because now it looks like
Now
we
we
are.
can.
Ah,
Now
okay.
we
Where
can.
did
Yeah, we
I
lost you for
where
a
did
bit.
I fall away?
I wish I know. Somebody type for me, please. If you
Okay,
are
let me
there,
just let me
where
just
did
go
you
back
stop?
and summarize what
Okay.
I've said so far. Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
So we
yeah.
we have 2 campuses in Germany, one
Mhm.
in Berlin and one in Bad Honnef. And then
Mhm.
on top of that, we specialize in business and IT programs. So
Okay.
those are the programs that we are popular for. We are a
Okay.
private university, but we are one of the most affordable options in Germany. So for students who want to study fully in English, you
English.
don't need any German to study with us. And so I think that's part of the reason that we are unique in comparison with other universities. Yeah.
Okay. So that last sentence makes me want to scrap the next question because I
Yes,
wanted to say
ma'am.
what makes IU unique,
Okay.
what makes
Okay.
which is answered, right? So next question would be the programs
Okay.
offered. Like, what are the most popular programs and what makes them stand out?
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Okay. So for IU, as I said, we have bachelor's programs, we have master's programs, and then we have the MBA program. The most popular programs, especially for students coming from sub-Saharan Africa, are business administration. We know that would never go out of fashion because,
Yeah.
once you
This,
study that, you
this
can
is
pretty much,
admin.
I know,
Mm-hmm.
you can do anything. Business administration, and
Yeah.
then now with the advent of technology and how technology is a part of everyday life, we
Mm-hmm.
have programs in cybersecurity. We have applied artificial intelligence, we have computer science itself, we have data science, and then we have our MBA, for those who have
Okay.
worked for a little bit and want to get a more professional degree or use it for a
Professional, yeah.
promotion. Exactly. We have MBA, and then we have an MBA that allows you to specialize in different areas of business. So, for
Okay.
example, you can specialize in human resource management, finance
Mm-hmm.
and accounting, healthcare management is also one of the options. If you want
Okay.
an MBA in AI, that's also an option. Engineering management is even one of the options that we have. So there's a
Okay.
lot of different options for
Okay.
students,
Okay.
yes, and those who are working as well, who want to go back to school.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. There's a topic I want to jump to, but let me
Sure.
hold myself.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I'll
We'll get
mention it, but we're not talking about it now.
sure.
The fees. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, but we'll get there.
Sure. No problem.
So I just wanted to check with you now, for the listeners, like, what's the application process like? What's the turnaround time? What documents are you looking for? Do
Okay.
you want IELTS? Are you looking for 9.0? Stuff like that. What are
Okay.
the requirements? Yeah.
All right, no problem. So we have general requirements, and then obviously we have country-specific requirements. Now, for most students that are coming from countries where English is known to be the official language, they don't necessarily need an English proficiency test. For a student who's coming from South Africa, a student coming from Ghana, Nigeria, there's no IELTS requirements for IU. So in most cases, even if on your transcript it just shows that you studied in English, that is acceptable. Some students also get a medium of instruction letter from their school. That's also acceptable. So you don't have to go and write a test to prove that you can speak or communicate in English. Now, in terms of the other requirements that we have, obviously for the application, I always advise students, especially students who don't have experience in applying for international schools, to apply through an agent. So that's why we have contracts with partners such as yourself. And I always advise students to work with our agents, because our agents know the products. They can actually guide you on how to apply. So in this case, you would submit all your educational certificates to the agent, and the agent would submit them on your behalf on our portal. And so that also helps, because then the student and the agent is copied throughout the entire journey. If there's anything that needs clarification, any missing documents, all of that will be communicated to both the agent and the student. So even as a student, you don't need to fear, because the agent is applying for you, but you see everything
Yeah.
throughout the process. Yes, because I know that sometimes is a
That's something.
concern.
Yeah, that's something I try to tell students,
Yeah,
that me applying for you, or A today, taking you through the process doesn't mean that we're doing anything.
right.
You get, as soon as I apply, they get the email as well.
Exactly.
So everything is, open to everyone.
Yeah.
Even if you want a WhatsApp group, it's possible,
Honestly,
kind
yeah,
of. So
yeah,
yeah. So it's open, and I really like that about IU, and I know they are fast.
yeah.
What's the turnaround time? If I give you like a complete
Thank
document,
you. You have said what I wanted to say. Because once the document is complete,
it's
I can let you know
faster.
that within less than a week, you should be able to get an offer. That's even on a
Yeah.
worst case scenario. But then the challenge
Yeah.
happens when a student is waiting for final transcript or final
Make
certificate. Then
it
there's
take
back and
longer.
forth. So the main
True.
thing I would advise the student who is applying should have all their documents complete before the application, just so it's easy for everyone. It's easy for your agents, it's easy for the admissions team. They
Easy
screen your documents,
for everyone.
you
Yeah.
get your
True.
offer, and then you can take it from there.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. And then, do you offer foundation programs?
Yes, we do. We have a pathway program. It's a
Okay.
1-year program, but it's mainly for students who are coming from a 12-year curriculum. Let me say a
Okay.
12-year complete curriculum. So I'm not sure what the equivalent is for South Africa, for example, but for a student coming from West Africa, like from Nigeria, for example, if the student has done WAEC, that's a 12-year curriculum. So they would have to do the pathway. If a student
Okay.
has done A levels or IB, for example, they would then be able to qualify for direct entry to undergraduate one. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Okay, so I can't wait anymore. Let's talk about fees and scholarships.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, you know how I said we are very affordable in comparison to other
Mm-hmm.
universities and, you know,
Yeah.
in comparison to other destinations as well, because our bachelor's programs are 3 years in duration. And for 1 year of study, you're looking at less than 6,000 euros for that 1 year tuition. Now, what makes us also unique is that we don't require you to pay your full fees upfront. We do offer a monthly payment plan for students, so you are able to pay your fees on a monthly basis, because the concept of working and studying at the same time is very common in Germany. So we know some students don't necessarily have all the funds available and they plan to
Mm-hmm.
work and support their studies, so you can pay monthly.
Mm-hmm.
Our master's programs are 1 year, 1.5 years, or 2 years. And I think the most you're looking at is 14,000, let's say roughly 14,500 euros for a 2 year program, or about 9,500 euros for a 1 year program. Yeah.
Well, that's really good.
Yeah.
I'm sure the listeners agree. It's a really good, price
Yeah.
for that. And then I know you have online
Yes.
options as well. For those
Yes.
who don't want to leave their country, some are already, comfortable. They have good jobs, but they
Yeah.
want to upgrade, update their knowledge. How does that work? And then also, if someone starts online, is it possible to, finish up on campus like the hybrid way? Please
Okay.
elaborate on that.
All
Yeah.
right. Okay, so there's two ways. So there's obviously the online, fully online program, and then the hybrid program. So for students who want to complete the full program online, they apply for that one. There's no intake because it's on like a rolling basis. So as soon
Mhm.
as the student gets the offer, they can start studying. They just need access to the portal.
Mhm.
So for those students, they would have to understand that the fees are heavily discounted. We are
Mhm.
talking about, in some cases, about 70% discount off the tuition.
Mhm.
So in that case, you would have to complete the full program online. In that case, I think monthly, some prices are as low as less than 300 euros a month for your program. You get access to all the online learning tools. You're able to take the classes at your own time to fit in with your schedule. And then you graduate, you get the exact same certificates because the course content is the same. It's
Mhm.
just the structure that's a bit different. Now, for
Mhm.
students who want to start studying maybe in their country and then move to Germany, we still advise them to apply. It would say you're applying for on campus, but then you start your studies online. So that's where the
Oh,
hybrid comes in.
okay.
Yes. So you would pay the online fees for the duration you study online, but then when you transfer to campus, you pay on-campus fees. And the good thing is that once you do make the switch to on-campus, once you study for your last semester, which is your last 6 months in Germany, you still qualify for the post-study work visa once you graduate. Yes.
You're just getting words right out of my mouth because I was about to say how many years or months do they
Yeah.
get for post-study
Yeah.
visa? So
Yeah.
it's 18
Yeah.
months, right? It
Yes.
hasn't
18
changed.
months.
Okay.
No, it hasn't.
Okay. And I like the fact that they can pay monthly
Exactly.
because I know I've sent a few students to
Mhm.
IU and they did purely online and they were paying monthly. So
Exactly.
I find that is kind of like very convenient for those who are struggling, that is. So to the listeners, I'm not saying pay monthly or you can pay in full.
Yes. Please,
If
if
you
you
have
have the
your
way,
money,
the
please
means,
pay
please.
so that you
Exactly.
can even concentrate on your studies.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a monthly option, but if you can do it, maybe per semester even,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Mm-hmm.
better as
Yeah.
well. It takes some weight off you, I guess. Yeah. So we're now going to talk about accommodation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
So are there accommodation options on campus or out of the campus? Which one is cheaper? Which one is better? And all that. Yeah.
okay. So this purely depends on the students. Now, for the Bad Honnef campus, we do have on-campus accommodation because, as I said, Bad Honnef is where our pathway program usually is. So for that, we understand it's young students who are now coming into the country. They need to be able to settle easily. So we have on-campus accommodation. Now, for our Berlin campus, we don't have on-campus accommodation, but we do give you some resources to find off-campus accommodation. In terms of how much it costs, it depends on the students, what your budget is, what you're looking for, how close you want to live to the city center, if you want to live a little further but travel for longer. I mean, it's all up to the student, but we will give you support in terms of how to find accommodation.
Oh, okay, all right. Thank you so much for that. And then I think I missed a question, which is about internships and job placement.
Okay.
So how does the university help with that?
Okay. So for IU, we are called a University of Applied Sciences, and what that means is that we believe in learning by doing. Now, this is because we want you to be employable from your first day of studies. So we don't focus only on your theoreticals, but also on the practical aspects. So we've had students who actually come to campus and on their first day, they find a part-time job.
Nice.
We give you all the tools, all the tools for finding jobs. We have a platform called Job Teaser where students can actually access like exclusive job listings for our students. We have career services that help students. You can do a one-on-one session with the careers team.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Weekly events, monthly events, and even we have career sessions where we invite industry experts and recruiters onto campus to actually engage with our students. So I think it's very unlikely that you won't find a job, and it also increases your chances of getting a job after you graduate, because sometimes these internships and part-time work, it just translates into a full-time job once you graduate. Yeah.
Okay. And then learning German language, does it improve the chances of getting better jobs?
So I think it depends on where you are. So Berlin currently is very diverse, very multicultural. You, Sean, you've been there. You know that if you speak English, you can still actually move around quite easily. Yeah. So if you're in Berlin, you don't really have a problem. I would suggest for students who plan to settle in the country, always helps if you learn the language. It's an advantage to you at the end of the
move
day.
around,
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. That means you can live anywhere in Germany at the end of the day. You can move to somewhere that's less expensive than Berlin if you find a really good job. So we have free German classes for our students. So I do encourage students to learn German as they're studying, because it will only help you. And at the time you actually want to get PR, you need to be able to have basic conversation in German to be granted that. So it can only help you if you start learning early. Yeah.
Yeah. But does IU offer that for free?
Yes, we do. We do.
Studies.
Yes.
You do.
Yeah, we do.
Because I know that IU is one of the best. You know, if you want to go to Germany, just holla, I'll get you there. Because I know they offer free German classes. So if you're looking to settle, like she said, it will be great. It will be of benefit for you to learn a bit of the language. You don't need to be fluent in it, but be able to move around. I think that's really, important and all of that. So earlier when you were speaking, you mentioned undergrad, the foundation level students or the first year students. As you might know, they might get homesick or just feel out of place or whatever. How does IU help with that? Like, to make them feel more comfortable? Is the international office open to them to just walk in and stuff like that? What kind of support do you provide for?
You've answered the question for me, because I was going to stress.
Let them hear from you.
Exactly. There is an international office that you can go to and interact with if you need any kind of support. We do also encourage students who are already on campus to act as mentors and study like buddies to incoming students. Especially when you apply through our partners, we're able to connect you with students from your country or African students who are already on campus who can help you to settle in once you get to Germany. So students don't have to worry at all. They do have that support once they get onto campus.
Oh, okay, great. And then in terms of the transportation around, do they get
Okay.
bus
Yes.
tickets?
So there is something called a semester ticket, which is in Germany, and students get access to this. Every semester
Okay.
you pay roughly, I want to say on average about 200 euros, and then you get access to public transport within that
Okay.
time. A semester is about 6 months, so you get access to free public
I guess
transport.
it,
Yes, exactly.
yeah.
Within the area that you're in. Yes.
Okay. So now I don't know how to put this in in a simple way.
Mm.
We've gotten to that place where is a big not turn off for Germany,
Mm-hmm.
but it makes people a little bit hesitant to go to Germany, and that is the blocked account.
Yeah.
I know I know for a fact that blocked account is just to see the cost of living, like
Yeah.
you have that money,
Yeah.
so but it's like what do they call it, elephant in the room or whatever. It's like when you say Germany, they're like, no, I don't want to do blocked
Yep.
account.
Yep.
Please explain the blocked account situation, how it's helpful, how it will even make their lives easier, make visas easier, and all of that to help. Yeah.
Okay. So the blocked accounts, I think also what doesn't help is the name. When you hear blocked, you
Yeah.
think maybe somebody is collecting your
Mhm.
money, keeping your money, all of that. So the blocked
Yeah.
account is what the German embassy requires as proof of
Mm.
funds.
Mm.
The whole idea is to show that you are able to sustain yourself for your first year in Germany.
Germany.
Now, if you think about other study destinations that require bank statements and stuff like that, we all know that there are cases where somebody can borrow money just to prove that they have finances. They get to the country they want to go and study in, and then they are stranded, right?
Mhm.
And the
Yeah.
German government does not want this to happen to international students. So putting
Mhm.
this in place ensures that the students are able to look after themselves for the first 1 year. And during that 1 year, obviously, you will be in a new place. You have to worry about so many things. You're studying as well. They don't want you to worry too much about where you're going to live, how you will afford your day to day, right?
Mhm.
So you
Yeah.
are required to open this account. The reason it's called blocked is because obviously once you open it, you can't access the money in full, and you can't
Mhm.
access the money till you get to Germany.
Mm.
Now, once you get to Germany, you open a local bank account and then you get a monthly installment of your money. So the amount in the blocked accounts, I think now is 11,900. Let's just say 12,000.
Yeah.
And
It is. Yeah.
yeah, let's say 12,000. And then if you divide this by 12, that means every month you get about 1,000 euros. And that amount is enough for your accommodation, your transport, internet, all of that. So like your living costs will be covered by the blocked accounts. And then if you are lucky enough to have a part-time job, you can then work and pay your fees from the money that you get from your part-time job. So it's like you don't have to think about your day-to-day living costs if you have a blocked account. I'm hoping that
Mm.
helps convince people, especially for
I hope
parents when you're sending your young
parents
kids,
as well.
you
Like
don't want
you
to
want
give them
you want to keep my money. What if I don't
exactly,
get the visa? What will
exactly.
you do?
Please, if you
but
don't get your visa, you get your money back.
but let me even say something. What I say to students is the fact that you're able to even pay that blocked account kind of guarantees
Thank
to an
you.
extent
Yes,
you have money.
exactly.
You're not going to be asking for government funds
Yeah,
or seeking
yeah.
asylum
Mm-hmm.
or anything. So having a blocked account, I believe it makes the process a lot easier, if you ask me. But yeah, that is us talking. And then, wait, please, I forgot to say, if you have any questions, feel free to type them out. Any questions for our dear Nana? Mm-mm? We have her here right now. So any questions, don't come to me after. Ask her now.
You can go to her after. She knows all the information. Don't worry. She knows. But please feel free
Yeah,
to ask
but
questions that you have.
yeah, but feel free to type your questions while we keep
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm going to now move back to IU again in terms of technology. You know, it's a university for applied sciences, right? So I'm believing that you're big on technology. AI has got nothing on you, right?
Yes. 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 Yes.
Okay, so how does IU and IU University integrate technology and innovation into its teaching methods and curriculum, and how has the pandemic influenced that? Like, did you feel anything during the pandemic, you know, and all of that? Did it affect the study, technology, things like that? Yeah.
Okay. So just going back a little bit to
Mhm.
before the pandemic,
Mhm.
IU had actually already launched with this whole idea of online teaching
Online. Yeah.
before the
Yeah.
pandemic. So
True.
we've actually gotten awards for digital teaching excellence in the past. And so I'm proud to say that by the time the pandemic hit, when other institutions were trying to figure out how to transfer all their classes and everything online, we already had the technology set up, right? So our students
Mhm.
didn't necessarily suffer because we've set it up so that you can actually have your classes fully online, right?
Mhm.
You're even
Yeah.
able to do your exams online. That's how far we've gone now. So you don't necessarily have to actually physically come to campus. Now we have an AI tutor for our students. So you get a personal AI tutor. When you
Mhm.
get access to the learning platform as well, you're able to see video assessments. You're able to watch back lectures. You're even able to do like online workshops with other colleagues without
Okay.
physically being in the same place. Now,
Okay.
another thing is that even for students who are physically in Germany to study on campus, we've set it up so that you don't have to physically come to campus every single day. So for on-campus students, it's still a mix of offline and online learning. So
Okay.
you may have some lectures online and then you may come to campus for like group discussions or group work or project work, but then we are able to seamlessly have your studies online. Yeah. I
Oh,
think
all
that's
right.
also
Okay.
one very unique thing
Mhm.
about it.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to try something I haven't done since we started our Thursday sessions. Someone is trying to join. I'm
Oh,
believing they have a question for you.
sure.
Let's. Yeah. I don't know if um
Let's
because
hope it
normal.
works.
Yeah. Let's hope it works. Yeah. Because usually they just type out and then we answer. So I've accepted, but nothing has changed. So let me just, it's TAE underscore Ubuto. Please accept or reapply. What's the word now? Because it's showing that, yeah, I don't know the word to use because I've never done this, but I want to see how it's going to work. But
Ah,
if it's not working, please type your question because I don't know. Type your questions or come to me after.
yes.
Yeah. So I think we've covered majority of what people might like to know. So in terms of visa, does IU assist or do you rely on us? We are well and
So
able to do
I
the
was
visas,
about
but do
to
you?
say, the reason that we have certified and qualified partners is because they actually have on the ground experience. So you would even know more than
Mhm.
the institution when it comes to what is required for students from your region. So
Mhm.
obviously we'll give you your letter of admission, which you need for your visa. But at the end of the day, your agent is like your best friend when it comes to that because they can help you throughout the entire visa process.
Yeah. Because for that I I mentioned that because some would get an offer and still keep going back to the unit to bother them for visas. So working with agencies, is just to show you that they know better.
Exactly.
They've been in this field, yeah, they've been in this field and they know, excuse me, they know what's up. in terms of visa and everything, getting the paperwork right and all of that. So after this session, if you haven't, like I always do, let me drop my WhatsApp number while I'm talking. If you want to ask your questions in private, you can reach out to us on WhatsApp, and then we would be able to assist you with that. But yeah, that's the work number. Somebody just joined. Oh my God.
Don't worry, they can still watch. They can
Yeah,
watch later.
so what is on the page? Hi, Edward. Thanks for joining. So, I don't know if there are other things you'd like to say, Nana, in terms of, studying in Germany, studying in IU, and all of that. Life in Berlin or whatever campus. Is it safe? Is it, just tell
Okay,
us a bit
maybe
more about
just
that.
just to wrap up. Okay,
Yeah,
so Germany
I said that up.
actually become a very popular study destination in recent times,
Mm-hmm,
especially due to all these new regulations with some of the other more popular
mm-hmm,
study destinations. So there are a lot more students who are open to going to Germany. And Germany is actually a very good place, not only to travel to, but to study and to build a life. So even in terms of looking in the future, after your degree, if you want to actually build a life with your family over there, Germany is very good. There's a low unemployment rate, very low, less than 4% actually. And yeah, there's a lot of job opportunities as well, especially in the STEM field. So that's why we've tailor-made our programs so that our programs are directly towards where we see the vacancies. So
mm-hmm,
once you study with us, you are actually addressing a need already in the market. And so if you take advantage of all the opportunities we give you as a student, you should be able to succeed. Now,
mm-hmm.
our success rates for our graduates in terms of employment, we have a very, very high success rates. We have about 94% of our graduates getting a job
Wow,
within the first 1 year of graduation, exactly.
that's
So
it.
I think that goes to show that we actually give students the necessary support
Mm-hmm.
throughout their journey. Germany also has very good healthcare. So for in terms of public health insurance, because even I know sometimes when you're in Africa, you hear private versus public, you think private is
Mm-hmm.
better. But Germany, actually, even public health insurance is
It's
very, very good. You can get
true.
access to any kind of
Mm-hmm.
assistance you need health wise. Very multicultural, very diverse, especially Berlin. There's a lot of companies that also now have officially English as their language of communication. That's why I'm saying that German is not necessarily as necessary as before. But then,
Mm-hmm.
obviously, if you want to continue to live in the country, you may go out in public and you may meet people who don't necessarily speak English or their English isn't the best. So it's always an additional, an additional advantage for you if you do learn the language.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, that's his advice. But yes, I would advise. I mean, I studied abroad. I didn't go to
Mm-hmm.
Germany, but now with all the knowledge that I have, I wish I had gone to Germany.
Definitely.
Hopefully that also says something because I went to a more expensive place and I'm promoting Germany
You
now. So,
you'd
you know,
have saved money.
thank you. Yes, so for my next studies, Germany
Mm-hmm.
will be one of my options.
Will
And
be one of them,
yeah, yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
When you mentioned health insurance, it's part of the visa requirement, which means that if they fall ill and go to hospital, they don't need to pay, right?
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
Because I have a student who says, I paid this much, I haven't used it, that if he has any headache, he's going
Thank
there
you.
to spend his money.
Exactly. In fact, if you have cough, like how we are coughing here,
Most
just
of
go.
us are
I'm
coughing
telling
today.
you. Can you imagine? Just go. You get assistance same day. Everything will be
For
covered.
free, oh,
Yes,
for free.
yes.
So yeah. So since there are no questions or anything, I'll just like to say thank you to those who joined, and a special, special thank you to Nana. I appreciate you. I thank you for coming to shed more light, into studying in Germany, and with the fees as well. I believe that we'll get a lot of,
Yeah.
inquiries and hopefully leads that we can convert. So, so this is me saying goodbye. Take care, all of you. Take care of your cough, Nana. I'll take care of mine as well.
Thank you very much. Same to you.
Oh,
Do we have a
yeah.
question?
Okay.
If somebody is on a hybrid program and wants to transfer to on campus, how much proof of funds? So that depends on at which stage actually you're going for and the length of your program. So let's say, for example, you are doing a 2-year master's, you want to do the first year online and then the second year on campus, you would still need the full 1 year blocked accounts at the time that you're applying because the second period of study is still a year. So I think it's on a case by case basis. Hopefully that answers your question, but please reach out to my lovely mama here and she can give you all the additional supports that you need.
But that reminds me, I think there's a question someone asked about top up. Is that
When you say
top up means like maybe they studied to an extent and they want to continue to get a bachelor's degree?
So it depends on the student's specific qualifications. So I don't want to give a general answer because that one is usually decided on a case by case basis. So we have some students who maybe have done 1 year in a university in their country. They want to go and continue. Yes, depending on the credits they have, that is possible. Yeah, that may be possible. Let me just say, so there's not a general rule for everything.
Yeah, I get you. But if someone has done like 2 or 3 years and
no, we don't offer the 1 year and then complete.
Okay.
No, that's not. I don't think for Germany that's kind of difficult because the conversion of the courses into the European credit transfer system is a bit complicated.
It would be complex a bit. Yeah. Okay. All right then. Okay. This is bye bye again.
Yes.
All right then. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you.
Keep well. Bye everyone. Thanks for joining. Thank you. Bye.